My name is Hitendra and this video covers cognitive dissonance in view of change management. Let's quickly understand what is change management. So change management is all about creating that willingness to think about an improved state and moving to that state. It creates the environment of appreciation to the change and management of resistance. Simply, it is all about reducing the resistance to change and building acceptance. Managing the cognitive dissonance is a key aspect of change management. Let's quickly also understand what is cognitive dissonance. It is the conflict between the thoughts we hold and our actions. An example, I may want to be fit, perhaps the six packs, but I do not want to go to the gym and do not change my eating habits. So I hold the attitude to be fit but behave contrary. Now this dissonance can be moderated. For example, I can motivate myself for gymming or I change my attitude towards fitness. In a team environment, I may hold an attitude of being carefree, but because everybody in my team are formal in their behavior, I may align my behavior with the group. Gradually, to reduce dissonance, we either change the behavior or the attitude. Let's quickly see how it may work in a change environment. So the change is introduced, it leads to cognition. This is where people evaluate the change and honestly, most likely react in the beginning. The evaluation results into either the support for change or no support for the change. If yes, that leads to positive actions. If no, we need to work on to tweak the attitude of people. The positive actions then leads to assessing whether efforts are aligned or not aligned. If not aligned, we need to help changing behavior, perhaps the training or other change management interventions. If efforts are aligned, the goals are usually achieved easily. So as a change, we need to take care of both attitude and behavior for the positive impact of the change management. Attitude and behaviors are the variables of the cognitive dissonance, and change management can influence these variables through interventions to reduce dissonance and gain support for the change. Now let's quickly understand the change curve as well. There is usually this journey from resistance at the beginning to support the change in the end. So the usual response to change at the beginning is resistance. There is emotional response which turns to more considerate over time. And that leads to positive response and usually support to the change. The curve has contrasting negative and positive highs, but the journey usually begins with shock or surprise. Then mostly people deny the change and generally they think this is another buzzword and will go away soon. However, the change is pressed more and that leads to anger in people. With more pressing, people realize it is imminent and that's where the bargaining starts. And that gradually leads to acceptance, then to support, and that leads to sustainable support to change. Now, who wants to support that change? We often come this scenario, and when we ask this question, people generally have apprehensions and resistance at the beginning. And the common responses are that might take a lot of effort. I don't know what it is. Some may say yes, but they're still understanding this or they have the positive attitude. But a lot of other may feel that they are getting negatively impacted by it. Some may feel like, oh, just another change. And some may feel that they don't need change. And a lot of people feel that the status quo is good for them. So how to change this behavior or attitudes people hold? Mostly when we are in groups, we follow the majority attitude or behavior of the group. That is how our society has evolved and cultures have grown. Change network helps to shift the balance towards more people supporting the change. And that's how we address the cognitive dissonance. So let's talk about the complete change network here and how it can build positive attitude and behavior towards the change. So the change network, a structure of people to guide, support and embed change. On top we have change advocates. Their job is to show the vision and commitment of senior management for the change. Then comes the change champions. These are the early adopters, supporters and experts in the change. Communities of interest is a good example here. Finally, the change agents, who are the supporters of the change in the user groups. They are usually most influential due to their direct interaction. Let's recap this and see how it helps the teams to reduce dissonance and support the change. So the change advocate shows the vision and gets the buy-in from the larger team. The change champion creates that awareness, and finally the change agents creating that influence directly in the team. And we may see some of the positive responses from the team here. So this is not just another buzzword. A lot of people are working on this. The management shows the commitment. I don't want to miss this opportunity to shine in teams. So a lot of other people are doing. I don't want to miss this. There may be people who are still aloof, but that's absolutely fine. You always have some people like that. Then people may realize that a lot of people are supporting and they should also support. So that's the reduction of the cognitive dissonance. Some people may feel that they should just get started. They understand this a little better. And that's how the change network can lead to more and more people in support of change. And once that happens, the cognitive dissonance collectively generally reduces. So with that, the video comes to the end. Please do like and subscribe if you liked the video. You may also want to go through another video of mine which explains change management step by step and how it aligns with portfolio, program and projects. You can find the link below in comments. Thank you.